Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. Uh, this is episode 4 of Heavy on the Talk. We are in the art slash storage room in my school, and I have one of my best friends with me. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name's Isabel, and I'm one of Javi's best friends, clearly.
um, I don't have really a lot to talk about today, but we are literally just chilling. My last episode wasn't really that long. It was quite short in comparison to my other ones, but oh well. Is there anything you want to talk about?
um, I don't know. What should we should like think of something like a topic, something that'll get us like yapping.
Hmm. If y'all have been watching my episodes, you guys are probably aware of my hatred for religion
Mm.
class. And oh yeah, we have an audience. But I genuinely hate religion class with a passion. It's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking stupid.
I find that like as especially in like high school, I feel like they've just gotten very repetitive, but also like very like, oh, if you do this, it's like a sin, or if you
Yeah.
like, it's very much that. It's not so much about like Jesus and all that. What
Yeah.
I find.
What I find with religion class is that first of all, one, it contradicts what I my morals are. And another thing is I just feel like you're just kind of like indoctrinating me to a point, right? And I don't think that's what a religion class should do. But anyways, I had my final test today, and it was quite as easy. I mean, I got a 70%, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I also did my written response. I know my written response was actually dog water. It was really bad, but it's fine. It's fine. We have 4 more days of classes,
Mhm.
including today. But I'm not going to class today
Yeah.
because I don't have anything to do in class. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's talk about how we met.
Yes, let's talk about that. Because I feel
You,
like a lot of people don't, they just think
they don't.
yeah. So we actually were in the same TA for 2 years. And although like the first month, me and him like did not talk to each other
Yeah.
whatsoever, like we didn't acknowledge each other, but we were also in the same math class.
Yeah.
And our math teacher was actually also our TA. So like we were in that classroom like constantly. And I don't know, I remember distinctly you came up to me one time and
Vocab. Period. Also, wait. A little disclaimer. We are in a small room, so the echo is really, really bad.
yeah.
So I'm gonna do my best to
To
fix the audio in case something happens. But the echo is really bad.
yeah. So sorry about
Anyways,
that.
continue.
um
Sorry.
so
It's not like they're paying. I'm kidding. Go.
so we were in the same math class, and like I remember you came up to me one time for a math question, and here's the thing. I thought he hated me because I kid you not, every time like I looked at him, he was always like giving me a dirty look. Like he was very profusely judging me. um but then he asked me for like a question on math, and I was like, oh, he's really funny. And I like always heard him, like, because he would sit behind me and like he would be like talking about like something that like happened to him, or like like I don't know, like a current event, and but he would like bring a joke upon it, and I was like, oh, he seems funny. um and yeah, I don't know, I feel like we just like
Clicked.
progressed,
Yeah.
yeah, from that.
I'm very much a very judgmental person. I tend to judge a lot. Which honestly, let's normalize. Like, I'm not killing anyone, which might stare like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I do judge a lot. And yes, I was indeed judging Isabel for the first month that I knew her. Which I don't know why. I mean, grade 10, well, anything prior to grade 11, me was very questionable. Like, I was indeed very questionable. Whether that was the way I acted, the way I talked, even the way I dressed was really, really much questionable. But I feel like I've grown. I've grown as a person. I'm kidding, I haven't. But yeah, the way I met Izzy, yeah, was like through class and TA. We had another friend who that bitch shall not be fucking named. Um, we were really close. Us three, we were really close.
Yeah.
But I feel like she was just bringing a lot of drama, and then she moved schools and she like ghosted us, which I was
Mhm.
like, first of all, Ain't
Yeah.
nobody gonna ain't nobody gonna
And
ghost
like
me.
she didn't even try to keep contact.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I find that she got to a point where she definitely thought she was better than us.
Yeah.
Like just because you moved and you went to another school, or because like you have a bigger house, it doesn't it doesn't mean that you're better than us. That's what I
Yeah.
found from him.
Oh.
But basically, yeah, she was fucking interesting. Um, and there was another person who was just involved in drama and whatever. But yeah, I never expected me to kind of have a connection with anyone besides the friends I already knew from like junior high. Like for
Mhm.
example, Kate, who's also here in the audience. Um,
Her little hand.
I met Kate in grade 7, right? When I went to my French immersion school. And when I found out that she was coming to this high school, I just knew that we were gonna like build more of our friendship. And I just expected that to proceed, right? I never expected to make new friends or not. Well, I don't wanna say I didn't expect to make new friends because I knew I was gonna make new friends, but I never expected me to get close enough to someone new. Anyways, I am recording on a new iPad. So this is not the same one I use. This one's newer, better model. But I don't know how it's gonna look like. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I'm also trying out these new microphones I bought, so they're not the same ones either. Um I hope it's not too bad or else I won't be able to post this, but
I know that'll be really sad
I
because I'm like,
know.
it's okay if it doesn't work out,
We
but
will
hopefully it
see.
does.
Also, make sure that the light is still green because one
Yes.
time I was recording with Yearly and her dumbass microphone died, and that bitch did not even realize, and we lost a lot of audio footage that I had to later edit, and it's just messed up my whole episode. So let's just make
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like while we're on the topic of like how we meet, I feel like we should just talk about like high school in general. Like
Yeah.
honestly, from my perspective, I feel like every year, like I progress and change, and I think you've also like said that about yourself
Yeah.
too, in like different aspects of your life. But I think like certain experiences that have happened, I feel like over the past years, like really like alter
Yeah.
like who you become as a person. Like at
Yeah.
least in my perspective.
Oh, for sure. I also feel like high school as a whole is just like shapes you a lot.
Yeah.
It truly does as an individual. High school is definitely an awesome experience. It's like
Mm-hmm.
probably like the most fun 3 years of your life.
Yeah.
That involve education, as I think. Um, but high school can also be a really, how do I say this, damaging to your
Yeah.
mental health if you don't
100%.
have the right people. Or
Yeah.
also, I'm gonna get freaking naked. This is freaking pissing me off. But if you are not surrounded by the right people or just
Mhm.
don't have the right friends, high
Yeah.
school can be really tough
Yeah.
to get through. And educationally wise, I don't know if that's a fucking word, but we're gonna go with that. Through like an educational perspective, you're gonna get, if you don't have the self control, you're gonna get really overwhelmed to the point
Yeah.
where it's not healthy. Also, you can tell the difference in personality between me and Isabel. I would have literally talked shit, but she wants to get to serious topics, so let's talk
Oh.
serious topics. I was ready to shit talk
I mean, we
everyone.
can if you want to. I just didn't know if you wanted to.
Oh, so she clearly has not seen my episodes.
Heavy. Guys, we are best friends, okay?
Doesn't feel like it. She doesn't watch my episodes. Like, damn.
Um, what is it? Who is, our
Uh,
situation? What's something that we can, like, you know,
who should we should talk?
give us a name, guys. Mm.
Okay, let's talk about this bitch who was in my motherfucking grade 10 math class. I actually fucking ate her guts.
Oh, are you talking about?
She calls herself an actress and a model.
Oh,
Okay,
oh gosh. Okay.
so this all started after I was in CBC, right? So I was featured in one of, or actually, it was two of CBC's, what is it called? Articles.
Mhm.
So I was in two of CBCs. If you live in Canada, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, huge news outlet, right? I was featured in two of their outlets, and I was in one of their videos, right? I'm talking about my friends about it. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I made it. I did that all on my own, right? This motherfucker comes, right? She comes around and she's like, "Yeah, I'm actually an actress. Like, I was an extra. Didn't she say she was an extra for The
Yeah,
Death of
she
Us?
was an extra, and she said that she
The
had
Last of
like an
Us.
IMBD
IMDb.
page.
IMDb. And I'm like, no, I know she doesn't, but she has an IMDb. She's not lying about that.
Mhm.
But if you look through her IMDb, which I've had, or last time I checked, which was 2 years ago, there was never a fucking film in which she was featured. One, because she's never been in a film, or two, probably because the account is not official. So she's
Mhm.
not an official registered actress,
Mhm.
right? Um, Also, it's an account that she made. Like, I can make a full on IMDb account on my own
Yeah.
and just say I'm an IMDb,
Yeah.
and I will be. Now, what's the issue with me is one, she tried to take my spotlight because when I was talking about me being featured in the news, she's like, "Oh yeah, I was in a movie." Bitch, fuck you. No one gives a fuck. Two,
Yeah.
she lied about being in two of the shows she said she was because I went through every single fucking cast member, and she was never fucking there. And if she was probably one of the people in the background. You know, like when you're
Yeah.
like watching a show and there's like people in the background walking.
Mhm.
That's probably one of hers.
Yes.
But anyways, I actually hate her motherfucking guts.
Also, another thing, well, that was one of my pet peeves with her, at least, and a lot of people can agree, is that when there was like certain people that come around, like guys or boys, her voice would go like really
Ugh.
high pitch, like, oh my god, really? Like very high pitched. And it was like, oh,
I don't know. She's really interesting and she's annoying. She pisses me off. So I haven't spoken to her since grade 10 because
yeah,
one
me
thing about
neither.
me is if I don't like you, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah,
Or, and I will make it known that I don't like you,
yeah,
right? Like, and I know probably think people think that I'm a bitch just because I shouldn't be like that, but I also don't give a fuck. Like, there was this time when there was this kid talking to me. He also was in my math 10 class. Um, and he always tried to compete with me. Like, he wanted to be me so fucking badly.
yeah.
And whenever he would like talk to me, I would give him nasty looks and an answer. And there was an occasion where I said, I don't like you. Like, I
Mm,
don't like you. And I'm just
yeah.
straight up. I'm like, if I don't like you, I'll let you know. Don't waste your time talking to me.
Yeah. I
Um,
feel like that's a good thing though, because there's like people like who beat around the bush or
yeah,
like, right? I
or just
think,
fake.
yeah, that are very two-faced, that will like, oh, be all besties with that person, and then they're talking shit behind their
Yeah,
back,
it's
you know?
fucking
Where
stupid.
you like, I think you say it, if you don't like someone, you don't like them. You're not going to associate them with them.
No,
You're not going to like sit there and give them the time of day. You will tell them,
yeah,
I don't like you, you know? So I'm like,
yeah. Also, the lighting that we have is this lamp, which is looking kind of cut. Like I'm here for it. It's really cute, but it's a fucking heater.
okay, it's because it has three lights on it, so it's obviously. Do you know like, lights and like
Okay,
you.
don't be bringing that fucking like science shit up in here. Like I
By
no.
the way, guys, I got a 93 on my chem quiz today, and I thought that chem quiz ate me up, but I ate it up.
Who
Chemistry.
gives a fuck?
Uh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
see, you see how he treats me. This is very much for the world to see how you treat me.
Also, my hair is really bad today. I don't
No,
know.
it's not. Oh my god.
No, because I have this fucking area where like there's just nothing there, and I'm trying to fix it, but I can't. Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah, your hair never
But
looks bad. Like,
now that's a motherfucking lie because it
it's
looks bad
not a lie.
all
I
the
would
time.
tell you if your hair looks bad. Does it look bad? No, it does not.
Anyways, let me give you guys a little outfit run through of what I'm wearing today. Just because I'm bored, and while I do that, Isabel can think of topics
Okay.
of what we will talk about. Hi. Okay, so for my shoes, I'm wearing my Timberlands. They're cute. They're kind of dirty, and then I'm wearing my TNA socks. And then I'm wearing these shorts from Empire. Yeah. And then I'm wearing this dress shirt that I got as a gift from one of my friends from Urban Outfitters. And then I'm wearing this foundation t-shirt also from Urban Outfitters. And then I'm wearing this zip up hoodie. Oh my god, you can see my shirt. I'm wearing this zip up hoodie from Urban. Yeah. That's my little outfit of the day.
Yeah.
Anyways, any topics?
Let's talk about. It's good. Mm, okay.
Yzabel, we are
No,
only at 20 minutes,
this
babes. I
is
need
literally
footage.
this is literally well. I think you can relate to this. Okay, what was your like? What was your like worst like heartbreak that like literally
Oh,
you can remember left you in like shambles? Sorry. I know this one.
we all know this one. If you're my friend, you know this one. And it's fucking
Yeah.
embarrassing to talk about it, but who gives a fuck? Anyways, back in grade 10, beginning of the second semester, I was in an online relationship. It was like a long distance online relationship.
No,
Um,
literally what Kate did.
which not talking about it, it's kind of like, oh, like that was really me. But it was also my first boyfriend, and I just felt like I don't know. I was at a place where like I wanted male validation and was kind of desperate for a relationship where it was just really bad because I'm like, any guy who talks to me or gives me attention, he'll have my heart, right? So it wasn't a really good place. But anyways, I date this person. We dated for what, like 2 weeks, a month. Like it was literally dog water.
Mhm.
Like it was not a serious thing.
Yeah.
But I was at a place where like I would fall or be attached so fucking easily, right?
Yeah.
So I gave this person literally all my freaking love. Like I was so attached to their ass, like whatever. And then we break up. Also, you guys are know about him. He's the guy who said that I essayed him. Keep in mind, we live thousands of kilometers away. He lives in the other side of the country. I live I live in the western side of the country. He lives in the eastern side of the country.
Yeah.
And our country is the second biggest country in the fucking world, bitch. We are nowhere near each other. So how did I essay you? And if it was over the phone, everything that I do online is always gonna be online, right? Also, can you essay someone over the phone?
I don't even think that's a thing
I don't think
yet,
that's
unless
possible.
that is a thing, and but
Um
I don't think so.
Also, how he's never seen my nunu. I've never. I mean, how's it go? How does it go?
um.
I've
Oh,
already seen his baby. He's never seen
it's
my
my
name.
new.
That's never happened, right? So it's just like it was an interesting thing, and he was also the place where like he would lie about mental health issues and say that he had this, he had that, he had this disorder, he had that disorder. Um, it got to the point where like it felt like he was just doing it for attention, which I know sounds really, really bad. But then also, let's be honest and real, the amount of people that do that is insane.
Yeah.
Like so much people lie about having a mental health issue just to get attention. Like it's not cool to
It's
have that.
not because there's people who struggle with that
Yeah.
every day, and it like makes it 10 times harder for them to like live a normal life.
But anyways, we break up. I am literally going crazy. Actually, I don't know if you remember, but I broke up with him a Thursday in math class.
Yeah, you
I
did.
sent him a message.
You did.
And then he was like, no, no, like, let's not do this. And I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll give you another chance. Let's not break up. I am not fucking lying when I say this. 10 minutes later, he sends me a message saying he wants to break up.
I remember that.
10, not even 10, like, it was bad. It was actually
was
bad.
in math class. Like,
Yeah.
distinctly, it was in math class.
And I was like, oh, okay. That's interesting. Anyways, we go no contact for probably like a week. And then we get back together. And his excuse for that was that he was bipolar. Now, this is where he starts self diagnosing himself with many disorders, which I think is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we date, and then we break up again, and then we date again, and then we break up again.
And you date again.
The last time we broke up, we kind of ended things in good terms ish, right? And that's where he confesses to me that he is transgender.
Plot twist.
I don't have an issue with dating a transgender person. I mean, I'm open to it, right? I'm not opposed to it. But I believe that personally, that should have been said since the beginning, right? But I may be wrong. I mean, no hate. Like, no hate. He's a cool person. We haven't spoken in months, but I mean, I just felt like it should have been said. Also, funny thing was, every time we would break up, not even a week later, he had another boyfriend. And then as soon as something went wrong with that boyfriend, he would come to me. And then he would meet another person, he would end things with me and go to that person. And then when something went wrong with that person, you get the pattern, right?
Mm.
Long story short is that was my worst breakup. Just because I felt like it was my first boyfriend and I was figuring out the whole
Yeah.
like gay stuff. And it was the year I like publicly came out to my friends. I came out to my friends in grade 10. So I feel like it was a very interesting breakup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm officially, I mean, it's been 3 years. I should be over it, but I am over it. But it's still kind
Yeah.
of, like, I feel like I'll never forget
Because
him.
it was your first.
Yeah.
That, you know, you don't forget your
Yeah.
first love. You don't.
Yeah. And I mean, after that, I did end up talking to someone else who was also transgender, who also had his name. So they had the same name, and they were.
They had the same. They basically were like the same person, just
Oh
different.
no, they
forms.
are not. The maturity level was is like so. Actually,
I like no. The second one better. Yeah, because the second one
y'all
was
don't
just...
know the lore. Or do y'all know the lore? Basically, the lore was with the second one, we talked for a month. Like, we were never serious, but we talked for a month. Until he just, like, all of a sudden got so fucking mad at me, where he would, like, copy my messages and paste them and put them on his story and make me look like a dumbass.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's how we broke up. We went on a couple dates.
Yeah, but I also found he was very, like, reserved and didn't want to, like, if he wanted to show you off, he would have.
Yeah.
But he wanted to just be like, no, like, let's, like, he was just very back and forth, I found.
Yeah. So we just ended things, and yeah. Anyways, what was your worst breakup?
Okay, guys. So this was also grade 10. Grade 10 was like a year. Yeah.
Right.
I'm completely over that thing.
I
call
hope
it a
so.
thing. First of all, it was like the second month of high school, you know, like you're making new friends, you're talking to people, and I won't even go into how me and this person even like ended up talking because mind you, we never dated. We just talked, but the thing was is that I think I was also at a point like Javi was where you get like emotionally like so attached easily, and that might have been like a me problem because I didn't heal certain parts of myself and I didn't work on myself. But I think I got so attached because he gave me empty promises is the best way I can put it. Like there was so much, oh, I promise I won't leave, I promise I won't be like this, I'm not like him, yada yada yada. And then he ended up doing and saying everything that
he said he would never do.
He said that he would never do.
Also, wait, before you continue, this person is a racist, homophobic, misogynistic,
sexist,
white man. Also, spoiler, Kate is gonna be on for episode 5, and then Crystal's gonna yeah, they're unaware that they're gonna be on my podcast. It's just the day I record. I'm like, okay, you wanna record?
Yeah, he literally just texted me like an hour ago. Oh,
and then my friend Crystal will be on for episode 6. Also, I should get a guy on the podcast. Like, this is too much girls. Like, but
you
also
should,
I'm gay.
You should get
Continue with your story.
Okay, so like I said, this person gave me a lot of empty promises, and because like this person just made me feel very loved, or what I thought love was supposed to be, or like what I thought.
Used to touch my ass.
I was elementary with him. You did? Yes.
I went to junior.
Always a problem.
No, I went to junior high with him, and like if he was part of the group, and this is disgusting, and I'm now starting to realize that I should have never allowed this. But this group of guys would like always like spank my ass, like slap my ass, and they thought it was funny.
And he associates with like a lot of people who are homophobic, racist, and like sexist and all that.
Openly, by the way.
Openly. Like they don't hide it. They're very openly about it. And I think that there's just like...
They're very openly about it or open about it?
Do not correct my grammar.
So I should... Ironic, I'm correcting English. Like, I can't speak English.
No, I was just about to say.
Okay, continue, huh?
So yeah, it was just... And when we like had ended, the way he ended it was one very abrupt and very cold. Like, very much like, oh, I'm done, I'm giving... That's okay.
We're gonna have it close to your mouth. There.
Okay. It was very like abrupt and cold when he ended it. And like I said, because I think I was so emotionally attached to who I thought he was, because at the end of the day I got completely blindsided. Like, he's a horrible human being. I will say it on here. I wish him nothing but the absolute worst, okay, till the day I die, because he
Period.
really is a horrible person. And
Period.
you could do a whole episode on just the lore on that person, but we're not going to give him the time of day. Um, but yeah, and honestly, that left me like really in a really bad space for like months, like
Yeah.
literal months. I think I honestly like cried so much, but I think it honestly was it needed to happen. Now looking back on it, because then I learned what I deserve, and that at the end of the day, he was just a stupid boy in high school that will mean nothing at the end of the day.
She was crying for a homophobic, racist, sexist,
I didn't
misogynistic
know,
man.
mind you guys, I didn't know that he was that way till after, like months after we ended. Mind you, I
Girl.
found out stuff this year, like a lot of it, where like genuinely made me want to throw up the stuff that like I heard.
Yeah.
And like he even said some stuff about me and all that. And sorry, he made like he even said stuff about me too. That
He's disgusting to wrap
yeah,
it up. Like, he's nasty, he's gross.
and he just looks at women as objects, which is so
Yeah.
disgusting. And he's very open about like that stuff.
His beliefs, yeah, it's stupid. Like, I know everybody has opinions and like the right to believe everything they want to believe, but it gets to the point like your thoughts are disgusting, and like I don't know how we normalize that as a
Mm-hmm.
society, and how like there's people who think alike. I don't know. I think it's fucking nasty. Another update that I didn't talk about my ex was we dated this summer for like a month, right? Again, we dated this month, a month for this in this summer. We dated a month in the summer, right? And then we stopped talking, but it was just like we just end things, and it was like whatever. Like, I don't think it's just gonna work out. We keep in touch, you know. And then um, a couple months ago, probably like 9 months ago, um, I we start talking again, right? I make it clear that I don't want a relationship with him, right? And I meet someone else, right? I meet this guy who, this was in February. I met this guy who I liked, and we went on multiple dates. I asked him to be my Valentine's. I already spoke about him on I think it's my first or at second
I think it was
episode. I think it was my
your
second.
first,
My
or
first. I think it was my second.
yeah, no,
Maybe my
because it was
first.
your first. Because your second, you talked about like your family and stuff.
No, that was my first. Never trust family.
Oh,
Do you see, y'all?
I do. It's just like it conflicts with the
But also my
timelines.
titles are just like my titles are based off like one little bit of conversation we have, right? So for example, I will just like name this title hating, like or like
Yeah.
high school drama, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But um in February, I tell him that I don't think it's good for me to continue talking to him as I have met someone, right? And I want to respect the person that I was talking to. So I wasn't talking to. I said that it's better we don't talk. Well, he goes off and saying that I'm a horrible person and how I led him on because he thought that we were gonna have a relationship out of that, right? And I reminded him that I told him exclusively that I was not wanting to have a relationship with him, right? Long story short, he says I'm a horrible person. We stop talking, and then I go to America. You guys saw my YouTube vlog, I'm hoping. Um, where I go to America, and there he texted me, and I said, "Hey, why are you texting me?" Like, right? And he goes off, and he's telling me that I shouldn't talk to him, and that I should have never responded to his message. And it's just dumb, right?
Yeah.
So we unfollow each other on social media, and yeah,
Is that on YouTube?
you know. But yeah, that was the tea with my ex boyfriend and
Is that Barbie Diamond Castle?
boyfriend, ex boyfriend.
You guys were a thing?
Me and Oliver.
Oh no! Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, you're talking about February,
Yeah.
like the guy? No, no.
I just find with that situation, the way he was, even when you were here, like and all of that,
Yeah.
I think again he was another one that was like back and forth, like this back and
Yeah,
forth.
I
Like
noticed that.
Like it was just like one day he was like very much into you and all that and giving you that like, you know, that attention, and then the other day he was dry, reserved, and made you
Yeah,
think
very
like,
much.
and I even told you that you and this goes to anyone, you should not settle for a love that makes you overthink that you're the problem at all.
Clock that freaking tea.
Thank
But now
you.
here's the thing, and this is so cliche, and I've already spoke about this, but the dating community, dating in the gay community is so fucking hard. And I know everyone says that, and I know it's like, like all these things, but like either in the gay community, either people are just looking for hookups or just not ready to commit or are just not the right person for you, right? And I feel like even for us as like teenagers in high school, it's more difficult
Mhm.
just because we're also not able to be open to that other side of the community that we're not exposed to, right? Like for adults. Um, and I feel like, I don't know, we're also like at a day and age where like cheating is so easy and
Yeah,
hookups are so common.
you know,
It's just,
like I feel like cheating in hookup culture has become so normalized.
and I'm okay, let me get something straight. I'm all for hookup culture.
Yeah.
No hate to anyone who's into
No,
hookup culture.
you a baddie.
Exactly. My issue is I am against hookup culture when I can't get a boyfriend because all they want is to hook up. That's when I'm opposed to hookup, and that's when I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck hookups. I'm about to give up, and I'm gonna convert to straight. Like next episode, y'all see is gonna be me at a
Your
conversion camp.
conversion?
No, I am gonna be up in a conversion camp, converting to straight because I cannot with it. Like y'all, 2025 is the year I turn straight.
It's also like, at least for me, and I think you can even say this too, is like
Yeah,
guys will do whatever to get that part, you
yeah,
know, even if it means leading you on to thinking a relationship will happen.
yeah.
Like,
But you know who has it harder? The lesbos. Now let me tell you why. Let me tell y'all why. Or it's probably because I'm gay and I know a lot of gay people. But I could probably name you three lesbians. No more than that. No, yeah, three, four, including my coworker. Right? So I'm just like, how the fuck do y'all date if there's one? I only know four lesbians in all of Calgary.
all
What?
of Calgary? That's no.
Yes.
There's more. They're
Well,
just
there's
hiding.
definitely more, but I only know like
There's more. They just take care.
no.
Yeah, they
there's
are. They
probably yeah. No,
are.
there's definitely more than four, but I only know four, and I feel like I know a lot of people. And I know
Yeah.
hella gays. I know hella gays, but I'm like, y'all. At this point, the gays should just move to like Europe.
Yeah, they probably have more like success.
All the gays are in Europe.
I mean, do you see how many hot people are in
Oh my
Europe?
god, wait, let's talk about hot
Oh
women.
my god.
There was this woman who was on TikTok, and I thought it was a full on a guy, right? She has like veins and like these biceps and her haircut. First of all, she's a fucking baddie. Her face card is insane.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find her video and upload it. But I look at the bio, I mean her description of her video, and it says WLW. I'm like, oh, she's a fag. Women love women. I was like, holy shit, this is not a woman. That this is. I was like, me. I was showing my cousin. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
would so do this. Like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll
Like
smash.
on my For You page, the amount of hot like European men that pop up.
And they're gay.
Like, yes, this literally I reposted it, and then I
Catch
looked,
me in Amsterdam.
I
y'all.
looked at the like, what is it called, the hashtag, and it was like
LGBTQ
yeah,
or
and
MLM.
and I was like, I kept it reposted though because I was like, he's hot.
Yeah, no, they're so fucking hot. Also, they
Like-
have a big. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that because my cousin watches my podcast. But anyways,
We'll keep it PG.
we'll keep it PG-13. But anyways, moving on from that, my trip to America has been canceled.
Oh yeah, let's talk. Stop. They're watching the best Barbie movie, which is Barbie and a Diamond Castle.
Look at this.
Let me see.
Why did they leave it at a clip?
Because this is like from 2007, girl. Just wait. Sorry, it's gonna take a bit.
Okay.
Just wait. Just wait. Where is it?
Javi when he's dancing. Javi.
Have y'all seen the TikTok trend of the two monkeys that are dancing to the song? What's the song again?
Oh yes.
What's the song? I'll find it and I'll upload it. Actually, no, because y'all, I have 4 videos that are copyrighted.
Which ones?
So my first 2 ones, and then I think I have one podcast episode.
Oh shit.
And then, which first of all, why the fuck are you copyrighting my podcast if it's on my fucking voice, bitch? But anyways, whole point is if I get copyrighted and when I blow up and I start making money off of YouTube, I won't be able to monetize those videos. But anyways, what was I gonna talk about?
You were like, anyways, moving on, and then she showed us something. I don't know what you're gonna talk about.
Oh, my trip.
Yeah.
So my trip to Seattle has been canceled. We were supposed to leave to Seattle for a concert, but we're just so scared with like the whole like Trump process, and also we heard that they're checking your phone in the border. So immigration police are going through your phone when you get to the border. Yeah. So we decided to cancel. Also, I'm just at a point where like, do I really want to save my money and not spend it?
Yeah, guys, if you haven't caught on already, he has a problem spending. I know.
So I'm just
saving
like, I get my paycheck and I was like trying to hold it. Like I was like, I'm not gonna spend it. I'm not gonna spend it. Like this is for me to spend in Seattle. I spent that hoe. I think I have like $5 left. Out of my whole paycheck. And then I was like, okay, I get my next paycheck on the day we leave. That was getting spent the day I get it. Like, so I was just like, you know what? No, maybe we can just find something for another time.
Yeah, and also like you said, I think with everything going on in the States right now,
it's just not safe. It's not
like,
safe.
You know.
But then that means no Wingstop, no Lime Lays.
Literally, he's been to America like so many times, and every time he goes, he's
Wingstop.
like, I can't wait to have Wingstop.
Keep in mind, I have had every fucking American fast food chain restaurant that all my friends want to try. Like, I've had them all, but there's nothing that compares to Wingstop. Mm-hmm. Raising Cane's, delicious. I did not have it this time I went because I guess whatever. In-N-Out, hate it. Chick-fil-A, we have one here. Chipotle, we have one here. Dave's chicken is really good, but whatever. Wingstop?
Once like it comes here, like for example, like Chipotle, I find it gets overpriced here.
Oh yes. Like, I mean, how much is a Chipotle bowl? Is like $17 for a Chipotle bowl? That's insane. Because in America, they're like $14, $13.
Yeah, it's a reasonable price.
Yeah, which it should be here, but no.
It's but I think expensive. Because it comes like it's an American.
Also,
it comes here.
I think it was like $40 or $80 that I spent at Chick-fil-A.
What'd you get?
I got food for 3 of us. 3. And it was like $80.
Jesus.
That's insane.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Anyways, let's talk about I really don't know what we should talk about. Let me see.
Are we going to the theater today? I like. Okay. I feel like what was it called? Oh, can we please talk about why is it like what happened to hey, what's your name? How are you? Why is it right away on Snapchat or anything? What do you look like? Send right away.
Yzabel, no. Don't tell me you're entering that era. The quick ad era? No, Yzabel. No, babes. I was there once.
I mean, you can keep this in if you want, but there may or may not be prospects.
I mean, girl, I can keep this on. It's all up to you. Like, but no. Okay, now let me tell you something. In grade 11 and grade 10, I was in my quick ad era. What does that mean? Where you go through your quick ads and you just add random people in your quick ad, and that's where you build online friendships.
But Snapchat now has public profiles.
Bitch, so you got me fucked up. No. Quick ad era is the worst era you can be in because the message you will get is not hey, hello. It's WYLL. Oh, y'all. No, it's a bad era. Also, what do you have to say?
Being on Snap in general is the worst era.
Period. She ate.
No. And Javi's on Snap.
I'm on Snap. But the thing is, like, okay, I use Snap and this is
he has Snapchat Plus. He pays for it. Snapchat Plus, okay?
In my defense, it was a stupid purchase because I wanted to try it out when it came out. My dumbass paid for the whole fucking year. Instead of 1 month, I paid for the whole year. So I had Snapchat Plus for the whole year. But anyways, I use Snapchat just because I have to stalk people, and also just because this is so 2016 of me. But I like doing streaks with my cousin and my cousin only.
You do
Or
streaks?
yearly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
Well,
have
at
like a
least
200 something days.
at least you're not like the person who sends
to
streaks
everyone.
everyone.
Oh hell the fuck no! I do streaks with my cousin and that's it. And sometimes there's this guy who I'm kind of talking to right now, who I do streaks with. Not even streaks, we talk a lot, so we lost our streak. But anyways, being on the quick out era is just really, really concerning, Yzabel, and you should actually get out of that era right away because it's gonna be really bad. Also, it's the beginning of your whole era. So it goes quick out era, whole era, and then serious
True.
era.
The thing is like honestly, any guy who's on Snap is not looking for a freaking relationship.
Yeah, they're looking for coochie pics, girl.
Like,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But yeah, the quick out era is definitely a concerning era of your life. And I don't think you should be. Matter of fact, delete Snapchat right the fuck now.
Yeah. Honestly, like if I'm being honest, you literally nothing is going on in the love life. Like yes, there's people that are attractive, I find cute, and I never have a problem with being like, oh yeah, they're cute, or oh yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
But like it's not like, oh, I like them. Like, and I hate when people are like, when a guy's like, oh, she likes me. No, I just called you fine. It doesn't mean I freaking like you. I don't like.
Okay, wrap it up. I have something to talk about.
Okay, I wrapped it up.
Oh, period. Saturday, when I found out about the tea with my friend, I also went to my first ever debut. It's a Filipino celebration, and you basically celebrate the women's or the girls' 18th birthday party, and it's you basically celebrating the ending of youth and welcoming them into the womanhood, right?
Period.
It's a really beautiful celebration. There was this the priest or a pastor, I don't really recall what he was. I think it was the priest or the pastor, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He basically guided my friend into entering her womanhood, and it's such a beautiful tradition, and it was my first ever debut. Now I'm gonna be fully honest, there was two reasons why I was there. One, because it's my friend Ava and I really, really like her, and two, because of the food. I know Filipinos have the best freaking food, but I was lucky disappointed when I didn't see that they had pancit.
They didn't?
No, they didn't have pancit, and pancit is my favorite food of all. But anyways, I had such the best time. I will insert a few clips of me dancing.
Yes, he got down and dirty.
Oh, me and my friend Kenji and a lot of Jacob and Grayson wasn't dancing. No, just
Grayson went.
Grayson went, but he wasn't dancing. Kate was dancing. I danced with this girl from our school. Her name is Maria. Krisha, I danced with. But basically, I danced with a tita. I danced salsa with one of the titas. Y'all. Also, I am technically Filipino at this point.
Oh, so we're changing our ethnicity?
Yep, I am what is it, transracial.
You heard it here, guys.
I identify as Filipino. Wait, is it mabaho pekpek mo?
Why are you saying that?
I don't know what it means, girl. I just heard it.
Oh! Yeah.
Javi.
I did not know that, but period, mabaho pekpek mo. Am I saying it right?
I don't know. You're asking the whitewashed one, girl.
Yeah, Kate was born in Toronto, y'all.
Yeah, I'm a Toronto man for real.
Because if the business is true that she left your mom's in the hood, you sick to my stomach.
That you know that trend where where they're talking and then their accent slips out.
Yes.
That's me with my Toronto accent. One time
when they go oh guys, we should really go to Walmart.
I was walking with Ashton, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so true."
Freaking Torontians! Is it Torontians? Torontians?
Torontians?
Torontians.
Torontonians.
Torontonians suck my balls.
Sounds
That's
like
a nasty
dinosaur.
ass name. Hell the fuck no. It's when you're saying it's not Quebecians, it's Quebecois. Bitch, fuck you. Oh, no, suck my balls. It's not Quebecois, it's Quebecians. Quebecians. Also Quebecians are not
Speak
Canadian.
French.
Oh no.
You're trilingual.
I will not be speaking
Anyways, next topic.
Anyways, next topic.
Anyways.
Um.
Yeah, people from Quebec are not Canadians. I don't claim as a Canadian.
Yeah, you're an immigrant.
Hey. I am a Canadian citizen. But period.
I wonder what you and Chris are going to talk about.
I wonder how the fuck the audio is gonna sound like.
I know. I'm wondering. I'm going to be really sad though. Like
if not, we'll just have to re-record it.
Yeah.
But hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Because like.
Let's normalize. Okay, actually no, I can't say this.
What? Just say it and then you can cut it.
Okay, I was gonna say let's normalize people stealing from big companies.
Like in what way?
Like stealing. Like steal from big companies because the big companies are stealing from you. You should steal from them. No, if you're a small business, fuck no. Don't be stealing from a small local business. That's fucked up. But if you're going to Walmart, take a candy or two. No one gives a fuck. They're stealing money from you. If you're going to the Apple store, well, you can't really.
You can't really steal from the Apple store.
Actually, yes, you can.
How?
Take the phone cases.
Then you're gonna beep on your way out.
Yeah.
No, do they beep? I don't know. Or like go into actually no, don't be stealing from a Aritzia girl because them hoes have like sensors on everything.
I'm gonna get my lunch. It's in the room.
We will pause it right here.
Yes, but we'll be back.
Just because, yeah, they're gonna go grab their lunch and then I want to test the audio.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
We'll be back.
Yes.